What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at this knife. This is the Reate K2. This is an older discontinued Reate design. Take a look at that. It's basically a pocket katana. This is a very long Tanto style blade. Look at that. Kind of looks like a Japanese style Tanto there. Definitely not American style because it's got that curve on the front. M390 steel. This is a really long blade. Let me check the blade length real quick. This is, yeah, just about a 4-inch blade, maybe slightly less than a 4-inch blade on this thing. So really long, kind of pocket sword kind of deal. I love this hollow grind they did in here. It's like this really nice satin grind. I love Reate's grinds. They do such a good job on their grinds. Look at that. Oh, it looks so good in the light. Everything's very clean, consistent. Looks very nice on both sides. I just love Reate's grinds. It looks so good. Just a really cool example of a kind of like a pocket sword by Reate. Perfect Reate quality. I mean, this is, even being an older Reate, I mean, it's still insanely good action. Everything you would expect from Reate. It's just super smooth. Everything's very consistent. I mean, that's pretty much perfectly drop shut. Very smooth and consistent. Nothing, no bumps or anything in the pivot. It runs on bearings, of course. It's got some jimping back here on the back and up on the spine of the blade, so you got some jimping up here. Your thumb lands on. Perfect jimping in the perfect spot. I mean, maybe a little, the jimping is a little bit soft, not super aggressive, but it's in a good spot. Jimping on the back, you can definitely feel. You're actually almost in front of the jimping. You have a lot of extra space back here, so even if you have bigger hands or smaller hands, any kind of hands will fit on this. I mean, it's very open. It's not forcing your fingers into any position. It's very nice. This is the very standard version with just the stone-washed titanium handles. I love these handles because they're nice and contoured. Look at how nicely contoured these handles are. It's got this nice curve, very smooth, very comfortable to hold. There's no sharp spots on this at all. I mean, seriously, I don't feel a single sharp edge when I hold this knife. Like, nowhere in any grip spot. Even like reverse grip is perfect because you got your thumb right there on that jimping back there. It's got the jimping on the back spacer. Feels really cool. Really nice jimping. I mean, reverse grip feels awesome. I mean, there's no way you can hold this knife with the handle that'll feel uncomfortable. I mean, it just feels really good. The spine of the blade is nicely crowned. There's no sharp edges up here at all. It's got this nice swedge that runs all the way out. Look at that. Really long, shiny swedge. It's really good. And it's got this nice, like, hand-rubbed satin kind of flat that goes all the way out, almost to the tip, not quite. It's pretty far. It gives you a nice, robust tip out there. It's pretty strong. It's got a nice Reate logo there. Really, oh, I love these grind lines. They're so cool. They do such good quality blades. And then on this side, it just says M390. So it doesn't really say the model at all on here, even though it is the K2. I'm not sure. It is milled out for weight reduction. You can see that in there. It's got those big triangles for weight reduction. So that's pretty awesome. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's really just a very cool design. It's got this nice thin titanium pocket clip, these titanium handles, tie frame lock. It's got the lock bar insert with the over travel stop. So really good standard Reate quality here. I mean, it's really just a very good standard Reate. Flips great. I mean, the detent is tuned perfectly. Nothing to complain about there. Not too strong, not too light. Pretty much medium detent. Maybe slightly on the higher side, but it's perfect for Reate. As far as Reates go, it's pretty perfect. And I said the action is just ridiculous. Look at that. It's so good. So I like the pivot. It's very standard satin pivot. It all goes together. It's very, this is the very plain version of this knife. They did come in other versions. There were special versions with fat carbon. There were special versions with like milling lines and patterns on the handle, but this is just the standard acid stonewash kind of deal. Looks dark stonewash, I guess. Looks really nice. Let's see. Are we perfectly centered? We are perfectly centered. Flipping action is excellent. Solid lockup, no movement at all. Absolutely perfect, as all Reates usually are. And yeah, feels nice and sharp too, just like a classic Reate edge. Yeah, you can't get this model anymore. It is discontinued. They don't make it, but I don't remember exactly when this came out too. It might have been around like 2017 or something. I'm not really sure. I just got one later because I wanted to check it out. It's got really nice access to this lock bar. It's got this nice little cutout right on both sides. I love how they did that because you can just push it right over and disengage it. It's super easy. I would like it if there was a little bit of jimping on the flipper tab, because sometimes I will slip off of it, just because it's smooth. There's nothing to catch your finger, so maybe a little bit of jimping on the flipper tab would be nice, just to make it easier to catch your finger. The other thing is it has double clutch sometimes, so when you try and disengage it, it sometimes gets stuck on the, you can see here that the D10 is kind of far from from the engagement of the blade. Right here is where it engages, and the D10 isn't until down there. And on a lot of knives, it's like right after, you know, they're very close together, so you don't have this double clutch situation. But on this knife, sometimes you do. So I have to remind myself to move my finger way down here and have the blade sometimes fall on my finger instead of the flipper tab, and then let it fall the rest of the way. Because if you do this, sometimes you'll get stuck on that flipper tab, especially if you're up here. You'll get stuck on or the D10 will get stuck on the D10, and it won't close on its own. So a little bit of a double clutch situation, but not too bad if you get used to it. Just a really nice classic Reate. Let's do some size comparisons here. So I will compare it to, first I'll compare it to some other Reates that I have. This is the Reate Jack 2. So here you go, this is a Reate Integral. Around the same size. I would say the K2 is maybe maybe just about exactly the same, maybe slightly longer. Very similar in length though, as you can see there. I also have the Reate Tiger here. This is a newer one. There you go. So almost as long, a little bit shorter than both of those. So you can see there. And then, just for the heck of it, I've got another Tanto made by Reate. This is the Sharp by Design Evo Typhoon. So as you can see there, this one isn't as long either. But I love these grinds that they do on these Tanto style blades, or Tonto style blades, whatever you want to call it. I love the grinds they do on them. So, and it is hollow ground here and then flat ground out here. It's just a really, really nice job. Okay, moving along with the size comparisons, we'll compare it to some larger knives. ZT-0308 and the Microtech MSI. There you go. You can see definitely in the same size range as those two knives. A little bit thinner though. It's a little bit thinner, so it's easy to carry. It's not real bulky. This is gonna feel not as bulky in the pocket as a 308 or anything larger like even the Reate K2 will be thicker, or no, the Reate Tiger. Even the Reate Tiger will be, you know, a lot thicker in the pocket. This is going to be a lot thinner and easy to carry. So we'll compare it to some smaller knives here. Got the QSP Penguin and Benchmade Bug Out. So you can see there, it's much longer than both of those, as you can see. Really cool. And then we'll also compare it to Spyderco PM2 and the Spyderco Pair 3. So as you can see there, it's longer than both of those as well. So it is a very long knife, very large. I would call it a pocket sword. I really would. Anything approaching that 4-inch range is on the larger side, but I really like that larger side of a 4-inch blade. Really nice, especially when it's easy to carry like this knife is. It fits a lot of blade into a small package. So really cool design. Definitely awesome. Classic Reate. Just one of the Reate's classic models. Just an exceptional, you know, example of what Reate can do. So really cool. Let me know what you guys think of the Reate K2. That's it for this video. I really like this knife, as you can tell. It's a great knife. If you can find one in the secondary, definitely try picking one up. Don't pay too much for it because they can go for a lot more than they should. You know, they up the price on the secondary a lot of times. People do that just because they're harder to find. But that's it for this one. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Bye.